One.
Awesome. Welcome, everyone. This is Abby Gooch with Intuition to Income and Life Force Connection. So happy you are here, and I just love showing up for you guys every week because I just know as you guys are applying this information that your lives are changing. And we're at the seventh chakra, which my teacher, Sonia Choquette, talks about being the crowning glory. And what that means is really connecting heaven and earth together. So being in such a state of love and bliss and connection with the divine that you experience your life as a heavenly blissful place here on earth. And, I know for myself, it's not always easy. Life can be a pretty dense place sometimes, that's sometimes really dark even. And so I have found that by balancing these chakras and going up them one by one from the first to the seventh that we're at now, that I've had the ability to channel from the divine, to really be a channel of that light. And I know that's true for you too. So what happens is when you are connected, that's why my company is called Life Force Connection, because when you're connected, your light shines on the darkness. It shines on the density. It shines on places that need that love. And not only do you do it for yourself, you do it for others. And just a couple of weeks ago, I was visiting Oregon, one of my favorite places because my family's from there. And I got this amazing massage from a massage therapist named Lily. I call her Lily Flower. She really is. And she said, I have the secret to the universe, Abby. She's like, do you want to know it? I'm like, of course I want to know it. She's like, it's really simple. Here's what it is. She said, send love to everyone and send love to yourself. I'm like, wow, it is really simple. But can you imagine if we did that in every moment of every day, what our world would be like? I get that it's simple, but I get that it's profound. If every single moment our thoughts were so centered in our heart that we were sending love to ourselves or another, or maybe even both at the same time. And we know they work together, that what we give out always comes back. So when we're sending love, we're actually sending it to ourselves when we're sending it to someone else, right? And when we're sending it to ourselves, we have it to give to someone else because it becomes an overflow. So just want you guys to just get super comfortable and just knowing what's ahead of you as you feel so connected. And as you continue listening to the recordings of these chakras, keeping yourself balanced. People ask me, and they've asked me my whole life how I became so intuitive. And it was my life experience. And it was practicing exactly what I'm teaching you guys right now. It was about aligning my energy to the divine by balancing the chakras. And somehow intuitively I knew that if I was to do that, if I was to balance my own energy, that I would naturally be lined up with something bigger than myself. And that's really the goal here, because when you reach the seventh chakra for yourself, you will feel an expansion that is wider than the ocean and higher than the sky. It truly is a feeling and a knowing beyond your body. But it's essential that you balance each of those other chakras so you can embody it, right? So, for me, because I'm highly intuitive, I'll go way out into the expansion, right? But I've had to spend my lifetime really grounding my first chakra, which is the base chakra, which is really about feeling financially supported, emotionally supported, connected to the earth, safe, feeling loved, all those things that keep us in balance on the physical plane. So I want you guys to really hear me. Sometimes you might feel a little imbalanced in your fifth chakra because you need to speak your truth. So just address it there, And other days you may be feeling really great. So just add and balance even more, feel even better. And the biggest secret I can give you is really to stay in your body, to move the energy. I just started this new little gig on the side working with somebody and managing his company. And it's a lot of time. And I realized how most of America is in this time warp where we're just, work, 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 and we don't even allow our bodies to move. So I'm the opposite because I'm used to moving and flowing. So to be so committed to doing this for this one person for this period of time is challenging. And so I get to grow in a different area because I really have mastered the ability to flow and move in the moment with my body. So I invite you guys to see where you're on in the spectrum. Do you need to bring more flow into your life? Do you need to let your body move? Or do you need to stay in stillness for a little bit because you're always moving, right? But the whole key with this exercise is to feel your energy and then bring it to that center point. Bring it into balance. So your chakras balance your energy with the divine. They align it. And your intuition is really that communication line directly to it. So I like using the word center point, right? So if you're balancing your chakra, or if you're just finding balance in the moment or with your intuition, you're going to bring your awareness into the center of your being. So you're going to take a dive down from your head, through your heart, all the way down to your core, right into your belly. Okay? And your intuition may move up to your heart, and then it may move up to your head. But by the time it gets back to your head, it's going to be centered, right? Also, a couple of days ago, I had so much going on. I really kind of hit a wall. It was just like overwhelmed, stop, I'm done. My body pretty much was just like, if you walk another step, you're going to faint, And it was like, we all get to those points, right? Where we just have so much to give, and then it's like, wow, can our body really catch up? Okay? So I'm telling you this because I want you to get the balance piece. Because in that moment, I could have made a decision. But I decided to wait because I could feel myself really out of whack, right? So when you're making decisions, intuitive decisions, you need to wait till you're in balance, until you find that center point. And we're starting to interview people for our global summit. And we did an interview with someone named Cheryl Connor last week. And she talked about, the power of really moving our energy inward and making sense with our decisions, not just jumping in, making sure that it makes sense, right? So intuition is not this airy-fairy, I'll wait till whenever. It's actually the most practical way of making a decision. It feels really good. It feels really solid. And if it doesn't feel solid, you need to wait because it's probably your mind or your emotions or somebody else's opinion, right? So take into consideration all those things. Take into consideration how you feel, what you're thinking, what people feel, people who love you, If people are sending you negative energy, just let that go. But if there are people who love you and have insight, well, listen, right? But then go back to that center. And, go into nature. Go into some place of stillness where all the energy can settle. And then you're going to be able to listen and feel and hear what is true at the very deepest level of your being, at your very, very core. So as you do this, you guys, and as you practice just going to the center, the really simple step of just moving from your head to your heart to your core and then sending the energy back up and just really inviting all of you to be embraced and then to continue making those decisions from your center point of being, from that stillness, from that knowing. If there's one word that describes intuition, it would be knowing. So listen to what's true for you. What do you know? And act on it. And start to play with the energy, balancing with the divine, dancing your spirit, and just breathe, meditate, and let yourself be so this chakra center can come into balance. For more information, you can visit my website at www.lifeforceconnection.com. We'll see you next time.